What's up, reefers? Thank you for joining another Reef Chat with ReefStash. We got a cool live stream today, guys. We have Dalua, we have Anthony, the CEO of Dalua and director of 12-week Reef series, and we have the star of the show, Brady, joining us. It's going to be fun. We're going to also give away a Pixel LED bundle. So just make sure you're present during this live stream. All you need to do is comment. Don't everybody do it right at once, but throughout this live stream, as you're commenting, my son Zion. Oh, why aren't we both there, buddy? There's my man Zion. Zion will be documenting your names as you comment throughout this live stream, and we'll do a wheel spin towards the end. Everybody gets one entry, and someone's going to walk away with a sweet little light from Dalua. All right, to start off, I'm going to get the fish fed. If you don't mind sharing this live stream on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you're on social media, I'm going to get the fish fed, and we'll bring Anthony and Brady on in just a second. Look at them pigs. I've been waiting all day to feed them. You know, I always wait when we have the live stream. So everybody's hungry right now. All right, let's get Anthony and Brady into the live stream. All right. Zon, you got them. Yeah, what's up, guys? Brady, thank you for joining. Anthony, thank you for joining, guys. I appreciate you. How's it going tonight? Oh, morning. Y'all are in Australia.
Yeah, good. There's so much more life in that 6 foot than I thought. When the moment you fed that tank, it was gangbusters in there. It was cool.
Yeah, they just all come out of the. You see the towards the bottom left that golden Cuban basslet. That fish is awesome. It's got like purple and gold. He's over there near the yellow tang. Yeah, everybody just starts coming out. There's towards the bottom right is a dragon goby, and that dude came in at like maybe a 1/4 inch in size, like I don't know, 8 months ago maybe, and it's like 3 or 4 inches now, and he makes a mess. He spits sand all over the corals on the sand bed. My mom watched the tank while we took a trip not too long ago, and she was going nuts over that fish.
They're good lookers. Is it hard to keep fish?
No, he's actually super easy. He just sifts sand all day long, and he's eating like whatever's in the sand, right? Like cleaning it. He eats some of the algae that's in there, and whatever he can pick up. He's like an opportunist. But yeah, he's a cool fish. I need to get the corals off of the sand bed so that he's not a problem anymore. He doesn't shoot the sand anywhere, but just near the sand bed, the corals on the sand bed.
Yeah.
So 12-week reef, guys. We're talking about that today. We're going to look at the series that Brady and Anthony have put together. It's an awesome series. All you reefers out there, you know there's a lot of work in keeping reef tanks. And if you tackle content creation with that, it's nonstop. It's a lot of work. So we're going to get into that. We're going to dive into 12-week reef. I don't know why I can't say that. We're going to just check it out. We're going to have some laughs. Anthony, let's start with you, man. One thing that you'd like the viewers to know about you.
About me? Anything. Okay.
Yep,
I am always accessible on any social platform, even if you're not a customer of ours. We love giving out free content, answering questions, and that's what Dalua does.
That's the truth, man. I'll vouch for you on that. You're always there, man. I always wonder, like, how come every time I send him a message, like within an hour, I get a reply. I'm like, we got a 10+ hour difference from where I'm at to where you're at, and you're always on it. And you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok anymore, but I think you're on TikTok too, right? X also. Man, you're everywhere. But Yeah, you have a lot of support for the reefing community. You're always tossing out freebies for people. We appreciate you donating a Pixel LED bundle to this live stream. One of y'all are going to walk away with that, so that's awesome. Brady, one thing you'd like the viewers to know about you, man?
I'm a COVID fish hobbyist. Like I only just joined up in the hobby during COVID, and then got absolutely hooked on freshwater fish keeping. Started breeding, and my tank went from one single tank to 30 tanks in my garage.
That's it's COVID was good to the reefing community, right? Like a lot of people jammed out getting reef tanks, and they got to be at home and get those tanks set up. But I love that you said you're freshwater coming in saltwater. Man, I'm just going to throw a number out there. I think like half of us, if not all of us or most of us, started as freshwater and then joined into reefing. I know I did. I started with cichlid tanks or breeding cichlids, and then I got into reef tanks after that. But so I have a clip we're going to share. We're just going to jump right into it because it's of you and 12-week reef. And let me get that on the screen here. Okay, share. Which one? This tab. All right. So this is the first video in the series, y'all. It's on YouTube, 12-week reef. And this series walks you through the entire setup of a saltwater system. And it's great because you're seeing it from the perspective of Brady, who hasn't set up a reef tank before. Let's play this clip.
Today, my brand new aquarium arrives, and you guys are just in time. Reel it in, boys. Bring it on. Look at the size of this. That's a lot bigger than I thought, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, Brady. Your brand new CADE reef tank.
Reef tank?
Yep.
I'm a freshwater boy. I can't do this. Is saltwater.
Well, I ain't taking it back. You better start learning. Good luck.
Oh, I'm really not sure about this whole saltwater tank thing. Does it look good there?
Yeah, just a bit more back.
This way. Happy?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
Dude, I love it. It's hilarious, man. So, guys, you got some great editing. How many people were behind the scenes putting this all together?
I mean, it wasn't a big team. In terms of content creation, I think it was it was just four of us. Anthony, me, Gabby, our editor, videographer, superstar extraordinaire, and Angry Steve. Missing anyone?
Okay, cool.
Is Gabs there actually? Because she's the actual star in this whole thing. Like, she should stick her head in and say hey, because this wouldn't have been done without her at all. Like, she's the mastermind.
I think she's joining in on the live stream, to be honest. So
Okay.
Oh, is she
she
watching?
might pop her head in.
Everybody get her what's up? Gabs, is that her name? Gabs?
Gabs, yep, Gabby.
Right on, Gabby. Good work. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So there
Let
were
me
four of us, and yeah, it felt like a big team.
Hey, what's up, Gabby?
This is the real mastermind right here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it wears all the hats, and we ended up getting an amazing production out at the end. Like, this is the first time that it all kind of got spawned by an idea that Anthony had. Well, why don't we make a YouTube series? Well,
I was gonna ask y'all how y'all got connected, you and Anthony, and how you just brought it together. 12-week reef.
oh, where did this all start? So
So-
I've got a TikTok account.
Oh,
Yep.
Yep. And in COVID, I started it and started filming videos and like, oh, how I breed fish and all these things. And then Anthony reached out, and the rest is history. It's been great.
yeah, that's awesome. You guys did a wonderful job. Gabby, thank you for showing up and saying what's up. We appreciate you. Thank you for letting us steal Brady for a little while.
That's okay.
Back to work.
Right on. Yeah.
That's it. She's editing as we speak.
Is she
another YouTube
editing?
video.
Oh, that's great.
Uh,
So,
yeah.
Brady, did you put your content on pause while you guys were working on the Dalua work, or is your content still in development? You're still working on your putting content out there?
So I'm also studying to be an electrician in Australia. I'm almost finished. So the last year, I haven't been posting very much. So the 12-week reef has been the last year. Finishing my electrician certificate has been the last year. And all of this has been the last year. So it's slowed down on my TikTok and it's ramping up on the Dalua pages as well. So I figured I'll give it a rest, just put that to bed while I'm exploring the reefing world. And yeah, that's how it's been cranking. Like this tank right here that you can see in the background, it's like
I can see
the tiny little cube tank. That's all I've got for reef tanks in my room. And that's why I'm pushing so hard to get the 12-week reef back to my house, because when I saw you feed your fish, man, it's just, yeah, I need livestock. I think I need livestock.
It's nice to have the tank where you're at, because you can capture a lot, quite a bit more content, right, as well. But man, yeah, dude, that's my space, man. After being on a computer all day long, that's go over there and just relax and take it all in. Yeah, and you know that it comes with the maintenance part of it too, but so much easier to take care of a tank that's in the same place that you are at.
Yeah, isn't it?
Let me give a shout out to everybody that's joining. There's a lot of y'all. Zan is writing your names down each time you comment. What's up, Nick? Thank you for joining. NSB Reefs. Heather, Dawn, what's up? I already said what's up to Rick and Musically Declined. Juan, what's up, my man? We have to get reconnect soon, brother. David, thank you for joining. Kelly, thank you for joining. Baji, I'm not sure how to say your name. What's up, man? Thank you for joining. What's up, Bill?
Baji. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that one of your dudes?
He's an Aussie. Yeah, we love Baji.
Awesome. Hey, Chelly, thank you for sending stars. I appreciate you sending that on Facebook. Thank you very much. Shout out to you. Tim's Reef, what's up? All right, appreciate all of y'all. So we're live right now, y'all, on Facebook and YouTube, both on the ReefStash page and channel. We appreciate all y'all's support. Thank you for showing up today. Anytime you drop a comment, or for dropping a comment, you get one entry into the Pixel LED giveaway that we'll have towards the end. All right, so go ahead, Brady.
Make sure you're there for the end of that, because if your name gets called and you're not on the live, we're respinning.
We're respinning. That's right.
That's right.
Must be present. All right. So, Brady, just tell me about. So, this is your first reef tank that you set up in 12-week reef. What was one of the biggest differences besides it being saltwater, but like challenges, or what stood out to you the most switching from setting up a freshwater to saltwater tank? That whole experience.
You know what it was? The actual hardest part for me to get my head around in the whole thing, which I thought would be the easiest, is just the water testing, like getting your head around all of the levels and stuff. In freshwater, it's a lot more simple. There's nowhere near as high a broader spectrum that you need to keep your eyes on. But in reefing, it's just test. Like, I think there's 4 main tests you got to keep your eyes on, and salinity you got to check all the time, and there's a lot.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I thought it'd be like coral care, or keeping the tank clean, or something. In freshwater, scraping algae, you're doing all this like manual labor. But reefing's actually easy. Keeping the corals alive, not that difficult. Like this little box behind me, all I do is water change it twice a week, and the mineral levels in the tap water here keep everything going really well. So, the mineral levels in the water that we get keeps everything alive. So it's simpler in the parts that I thought would be difficult, but testing, I just could not get my head around all the levels and everything I needed. So that was a big spanner in the works for me trying to get my head around this whole game. I'm still reeling from the whole thing.
I remember when I first started testing, I was like, man, this is awesome. Like, I felt cool, like I was some kind of scientist or something. And after a couple of weeks, I was like, man, this sucks. I don't like all this testing, man. So yeah, it's nice to have controllers and things that can test for you and some automation. That's great. But I'm probably one of the worst for testing. I don't like testing, and I usually don't test unless I see something with the tank where like a coral's closing up or it hasn't opened for a few days, and I'm like, all right, something's off. I need to test. And I'm upfront with that, y'all. I tell you, I'm not the best on testing. You should test, and it can't hurt you to test too frequently. But yeah, I definitely don't test enough. I need to do more testing, and I like that you said that you brought that up because that's a huge change from freshwater for sure. Hey, what's up? The Magic's here. Yeah, I got the whole crew now. What's up, Paul? Thank you for joining, dude. All right, I got another clip from one of your videos. Let me pull that up. I need to get faster here, Zon. All right, we already played that one. Let's share this one. Oops.
It's week 1, and today, 12-week reefers, we unbox our brand new CADE Aquarium. So you've probably heard things like saltwater tanks are difficult with too much hands-on maintenance. Now, it's not necessarily true, as we'll soon find out. The reefing world also has a thriving community of very interesting individuals ready to help with any questions, and there's also reefing events and shows taking place all over the world. So we're not alone. Every week for the next 12 weeks, we'll be releasing a video just for you discussing topics like plumbing, aquascaping, equipment, reef tank parameters, all about corals, fish, and maintenance.
All right. Did you suck any of that out?
No, I'm so
Man.
glad there was a sound effect there. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's fine. I've done that one too many times. My wife always just looks at me like, "Oh, come on, Rob. Come
Yeah.
on now." Hey, so I love that. I mean, you guys covered everything with 12-week reef. I love that it's up close and personal. You covered everything. What did you guys also film at the shows and put that in 12-week reef as well?
Yeah. So we
Some of that was
went to some shows in Sydney and Australia. And that was a good balance of like freshwater and saltwater. So I was kind of involved in both. But yeah, they were just like little grabs from cool little competitions and giveaways that we did there, and the whole show itself. And that just worked perfectly with the narrative or the storyline of the 12-week reef. Because I was learning as you go. Like every single video that you see, I'm learning as I say the things. You know what I mean? So yeah.
right on. Yeah. Zon just sent me a message. Chat. What's up, Mike? Thank you for joining. Jamie, thank you for joining. Carl, what's up, dude? Okay. Hey, my wife's here. Thank you, babe. I see you there. Zon, you can put comments up too, buddy. They keeping you busy on how many comments are coming up? Yeah. You're doing good, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's awesome that you guys are like a little father-son duo. Zion's learning the ropes as well. This is so cool, man. You've got a really cool thing going.
He's doing great. Can y'all see the private chat and the backstage too?
I can't see any comments on my end or private
cool.
chat. I don't think. Yeah, no.
Okay, cool.
Gotcha.
I see it, babe. Let me turn the music on. Oh no, we're not gonna do that, Zon. Thank you. All right, so next up, what do we got here? Okay, so one of the things I noticed with y'all recording is you have you have a lot of, and this might be helpful for the people that are content creators, whether it's with reef tanks or not with reef tanks, but you released a series and there's a lot of content where when I'm watching, I'm like, oh, they're showing clips from 10-week or 9-week. Did y'all record everything first and then break it up and release the series in stages, but the recording was already done?
Yeah, a lot of our release was around 2 months post that video being filmed, so that we could get the little final shots
Snippets.
of our reef tank. Because your tank really gets good after 3 months, even even then it's not fully happy. But we did that strategically to get the really good coral shots and B-roll, that so we could clip everything back in and reference everyone. And yeah, even references to some of our guests. We didn't have the footage of the guests when we filmed on the day, so we planned it all. It was so much planning. Anthony was pulling his hair out with how much was actually going into this. And we didn't, when we set off on this, let's do this, let's start this little journey, we had no idea what was coming. And we were actually filming this after hours. So we started our filming normally at 6 p.m. We hit the red button at 6 p.m. And these sessions, man, sometimes we wouldn't leave set till 3 in the morning and drive home. Oh, felt like a zombie. But it was good.
Yeah. That's great. I think that's brilliant with how y'all planned that out. Anthony, good thinking, man. Good directing. Did you want to add anything to that, Anthony?
There wasn't much. I can't say there wasn't much planning. I think we just kind of winged it from week to week. We wrote the script and thought we'd bring in other reefers from around Australia, but we kind of shot from the hip, which Gabby didn't like too much, but we did it in the end.
No, she didn't. She did not. Gabby was like the production manager, the videographer, everything. And so a lot of the slack of all of our ideas on set, we're like, oh, why don't we try this? And she'd be like, well.
Somebody's got to keep you all level.
That's right. Yeah. Someone's got to absorb the gray hairs that we were putting out there, and it's not going to be us. So
yeah, I think I love that you did that first, so that as you release the series, you could put snippets of future episodes in that series, and that makes you want to keep watching. You're like, okay, so this is coming next, and that's huge on YouTube, because that's where you start really pinging the algorithm, and the watch time increases, and you keep watching. You go to the next video, to the next video, to the next video. So way to go, man. That was a good call. I think that's great. All right, so I got another clip here. I like this clip because you actually go into talk in this episode or series. Yeah, this episode, you show about the different types of gear, and you talk about that. This clip is about shopping the gear, and I couldn't help but be jealous as I was watching this of wanting all that gear. Anthony, you're the gear man, dude. Hit up Dalua. You're gonna get everything, man. You guys have all of it. So let's watch this clip.
Skimmer. Return pump. Wave maker. Dosing pump. Lighting. Cow. Out. Mag. Vitamins. Carbon. Got it. Is that everything? Cool.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's get this set up. So we just went shopping. We've got all the bits and pieces necessary. We've got a protein skimmer, return pump, wave maker, lighting, dosing pump, correct, all sorts of chemicals down there. Don't get too confused. We'll talk you through everything. But first, let's set up the protein skimmer. Knife.
I love it, man. Y'all did a great job. So tell me about the set. Is this at Dalua headquarters, or is this at somewhere else, or?
So we were, we set up a set in the front of Nature Pets and Aquariums in Blackburn, in Melbourne. He was gracious enough to let us use a little corner of his, his store. And we kind of just cordoned it all off. And then he was also good enough to let us sort of shop the store walk around, choose whatever we needed to get all our
This is
tech. So
Angry Steve.
Oh, that's
Angry
Steve.
by the
Okay.
way, is
correct.
That's his.
Angry Steve's store. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That was like 2 levels, right? I saw in part of the video it looked like you went upstairs or something, or is it just a big facility? It is, right? 2 levels. That's cool. You did a great job setting up the stage right there. It looks very professional, and I think that was a great call. That gave you a lot of flexibility with editing, and it looks
Yep.
clean. Looks very clean.
Yeah, I'd like to take the credit for that, but that had nothing to do with me, and everything to do with Gabs.
Go Gabs!
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought it kind of like if you could actually see what the floor looked like and everything around the set looked like, you would be horrified, probably. There was empty like V bottles, like energy drink bottles, and everywhere. But the set itself, like that little rectangle, looks amazing. Like
Yeah, it looks great. It looks clean. And hey, I can relate to that, man. I'll take videos of my tank and everything looks like immaculate and it's all clean. The room looks great. But if you walk through the rest of the house, you're like, whoa, like what happened?
Yeah.
Same with my office. Like this area is great, but if you look on the other side of these monitors, hey, that's we're working, man. We got a lot to do, right? So
yeah, that's the fish keepers thing. I think anyone that's keeping a reef tank or a freshwater tank or anything, it all looks good in that little box, and then everywhere else, every other part of your life is not manicured.
Occasionally, I'll show like some pictures where the tank looks like it usually looks from one day to the next, where it's covered in algae and the glass has like been neglected for 3 or 4 days. And that tank, man, if I'm not cleaning it every couple of days, it starts looking horrible. But I'll post pictures. I'm like, hey, this is reality, y'all. It doesn't always look this way. I try to keep it that way, but it's hard. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's the Instagram versus reality equation. Right
Yep.
there.
Exactly. I miss images on Instagram. It's been a while since those days. Now it's all
It's
real.
It's turned into like a real platform. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. What's up, Ray? Thanks for joining. Chris, what's up? Yeah, my wife just said all of my supplies around the tank, and then I take pictures. I kind of move them to the side. What are you gonna say?
If you're new to the chat, make sure you drop a comment, because Anthony, Mr. Dalua, is giving away an Illumagic Pixel bundle, and all you got to do to enter, comment down below, and we're drawing it at the end. We're going to put it in a big old raffle at the end. Make sure you're here in the chat when your name's called out. That way, you take home the gold. Otherwise, we're going to hit respin after, I don't know, 60 seconds. Enough time for you to be like, "Ooh, I'm the winner." And if you don't let us know, we're just going to hit that button again and spin it again. So stay tuned.
That's right. Thank you for dropping that, Brady. You got it, dude. What's up, Juan? And our comments aren't coming up. I don't know why. Zahn said that they're not working. Normally we have the comments scrolling across the screen, but we're good. We're just going to keep on trucking here. So what gear, tools, software, what are you guys using for creating 12-week reef?
For the actual content creation or the build of the tank?
No, the actual content creation part.
We kept it pretty simple, I think. Our set consisted of 2 lights and then a bunch of lights that we ordered from Facebook Marketplace, like just all these little tiny kind of spotlighty looking lights. And lucky enough to have that banner behind us was already in store, or was it already there, Anthony?
No, you guys installed it, but it was at the store.
Yeah, so it was at the store, and we've got it up on like packing crates to get the height. Yeah, so we were lucky enough to have half of the stuff already there to build the set, like the plants and stuff like that. But in terms of the camera, we just used like a normal Sony A7 III. We had 2 of those for 2 different angles, and Rode Wireless Go mics, like lav mics and stuff for audio, because they always deliver pretty crispy audio, even though we kept on having feedback issues, which I think was to do with like any body of water and mics seems to like distort the sound and create a little tiny bit of feedback. So Gab's had her work cut out on that one as well, trying to cancel all that out in the post production of that.
Yeah, I didn't pick up any. I didn't hear any.
Boom, that's a win right there because it was there, dude.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
But yeah, the whole film of it was actually pretty bare bones. It wasn't too advanced stuff, which just goes to show you can make some pretty good content as long as you can plan ahead. Like as long as you can think, that might not look good or this might look good. And we really bootstrapped this one, I think.
Yeah, y'all did a great job. So one of the things like I wanted to highlight during this live stream was obviously 12-week reef. Like I love that the whole concept 12-week reef. Like we're all used to 52 weeks of reefing, right? Like that's what everybody recommends, you know, that the whole series. But like I like saying, hey, check out 12-week reef. Like that sounds like, oh, I could do that. Like 12 weeks. Okay, yeah, we can do that. And it's one video a week. It's great. Y'all cover everything. Did a great job. But the other thing that also I wanted to highlight in this live stream was just what we've been talking about was the content creation part of it. Like reefing is hard, and so is content creation. To put reefing and content creation together, woo, man. Y'all, I think y'all did a great job. You really killed it. And I can tell you had a lot of fun. You guys had everybody's like all down to earth and outgoing, and just watching the series was fun to watch. And if y'all haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. It's in the description of this video, 12-week reef series. After this live stream, check it out, or sometime during this week. It's a great series. You can see we've been showing clips of it. But talking about the fun part, I want to share a clip where it just shows some of the fun. I love that y'all share the fun, the bloopers at the end. That was just a great call. All right, let me share my screens on.
We only showed like maybe 1/10 of the bloopers as well. There was so many.
Oh, I'm sure.
So many.
All right, look at that dude right there. Let's go.
We're ready to fine tune some of the Dalua equipment.
Dalua, bro. You know, people said to me, your company's called Dalua. I didn't know that. I'm like, no, it's not. 10 years to get people to say it right, and now you just fucked it in one video.
I'm done in a video. Okay. Okay.
Oh man,
Pumps.
Oh, all right, I'm closing also. Dude, that's so funny, man. When you pronounce Dalua, I don't even know how you say it. How'd you say it?
I don't know. I think from the start I've been calling Dalua. Anthony's biggest pet peeve on the planet. Yeah, I'm still working on that. I'm still working on that one. I'll be honest. There'll be bloopers in the future.
One of my first phone calls with Anthony, it's been a couple years. I was like, bro, you got to tell me, man, how do I pronounce your business name? I don't even know. Dalua. I was like, dude, I'm clueless. I don't know. Fortunately, I think I've been saying it right. Dalua, right? That's correct, Anthony? Yeah.
You have. And then
Okay.
when we first got Brady to do a video for us a year ago, he said Dalua. And then you messaged me the next day saying, have I been saying it wrong?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying it wrong, not you. Yeah.
I think Raquel was with me too, my wife, and we were trying to figure out how to say the name. And then I was like, look, this dude said Dalua, or however he said it. I was like, man, I've been saying it wrong all this time. Dalua.
I think
Anyways,
it
that's
means
fun.
moonlight. It means like the reflection of moonlight on water or something like that, doesn't it, Anth?
He don't know. No.
Good chat. Good chat.
It means from the moon. That's all.
Okay. Did you come up with that name, Anthony?
Yeah, I did.
Was that okay? Cool. That's your baby, man.
It is. It is.
All right, y'all that are keeping Dalua gear and lights and all that, drop it in the comments, man. I want to hear what your what Dalua products you're keeping. Basically, they got everything ecosystem, right? Wave makers. You got return pumps, lights, skimmers. By the way, your skimmers are my favorite. I love my GW17, which is overkill for the tank, but man, it's so nice. I'd rather have the overkill and just run dry instead of wet, and that kind of compensates for it a little bit. But yeah, I love the GW17. Sometimes I don't change that thing for a month, the cup, and it's just it maybe like quarter of the entire cup. That's got a big collection cup. Man, that thing is a beast.
Yeah, good move going for overkill. In reefing, I reckon that's one of the best tips you can have. Go overkill on most stuff because you can tone it down. But if you go like, if you don't want to fork out the dollars at the start, you end up buying the good stuff later on anyway and paying twice. So overkill.
Yeah, and if you're getting less gear or going not doing overkill, you're putting more wear and tear on that gear too, right? Like it's running harder. Hey, so Nick wants you to say Dalua again, dude.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to say it wrong on stream. It's Dalua.
Ooh, nailed it,
Did I get it right, Am? Is that it? Dalua?
That's correct.
Hey, I had a hard time saying anemone for many, many years. My wife used to always make fun of me. I could not say the word anemone. I think I sounded to say it kind of weird. Anemone. I have to like slow down to say it.
It's harder. The slower you say it, the harder it is to say.
Right?
Sure.
If you start thinking about it, you're going to mess it up. What's up, Matt? Thanks for joining, dude.
If there's any good big comments, let us know so we can answer the comments.
Yeah, Zon, let me know if or just star the comments in the private chat, and then we'll hit up the comments. If y'all have questions for Brady or Anthony or myself, drop them in the comments, and my son will star them, and we'll address them. All right, cool. So one of the things I love that y'all
talking too much.
Well, go ahead.
I'm not in my office. I'm not in my office today, but I'm in like a recovery room after a surgery yesterday. So my internet's really laggy. So I'm just going to let Brady do all the talking, and I might jump in here and there. So apologies.
Anthony, you're the man for showing up, dude. I appreciate you. I know you got a lot going on, and after just getting out of surgery, man, I got a fist bump for you right there. Right on, bro. Thank you for being here, regardless of all that.
Yeah, Anthony's always working 24/7, 365. Genuinely, I've seen him replying to comments at 1 a.m. Like, when he says accessible, it's 24/7 within like half an hour.
He's called me from everywhere. Like I'm like, I never know where he's at. And he's like, oh, I'm in a hotel over and whatever. I'm like, dang, dude, you're everywhere. Yeah.
Yep.
Good thing you got a mobile phone, dude. Thank you, Rick. Anemone.
That's what's my internet at the moment. Hence why it's lagging.
Oh, you got a hotspot?
Yeah, you look like you're in a shoebox, Ant. You look like you're actually in a cupboard. Good.
I don't. I'm not in my office. I'm like, I had to makeshift a stand because I'm literally in recovery for the next 24 hours, so I can't really leave.
Good man.
Well, let us know if you need anything.
I can ship you a Dalua light or two if you want.
So I want to share another clip of 12-Week Reef. The reason I'm sharing this one is I love how you guys. Oh, my share screen went away. I love how you tell a story, and you kind of give us the perspective of that first-person perspective, where you are the camera. You're right there with you guys, and I think that was just really great editing. And anyone that creates content, that's a great tip to remember, is make the viewer feel like they're there. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen.
Got me curious for what this clip's going to be now, actually.
Do you recognize it now?
I can see a sky.
Little airplane.
No recognition right here.
Video 8, week 8.
Shane? Yeah.
Oh, good old Shane. Yep.
Shane Danger. That's his MO. Shane Danger.
Yep.
Yeah, it's his middle name.
Are you serious? Oh, okay.
Actually, no.
I don't know. That's great. All right, here we go. Let's play this.
So Shane's just touched down at the airport, and we've just learned that he's a little bit lost. So we're going to go and try and find him. That's him. You lunatic. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a little, only a week.
Is this my corals?
So these are your corals indeed.
Beauty.
Go jump in.
Now that I've dragged you to the reef, can we add some corals yet?
Maybe.
All right. How'd you even get this here, dude?
They went straight into carry-on luggage. Airlines are usually pretty good with it, especially when you're nice to them.
So that wasn't even check-in. That was literally you stowed that above.
Yeah, in the overhead loggers. Yeah. Do you want to open it?
I would love to. Oh, look at that. I didn't think you'd bring this much. This is a real care package, dude.
Well, from what I've heard, you've done well keeping the parameters well. So that one's a little red goniophora.
What are those little things that they're on?
These plugs. So these are a ceramic plug that basically we propagate all of the corals on there, and that shows us that they are farmed. And that one is a sarcophyton leather coral. It's all toadstool leather. They sometimes call those as well.
You know what? I think you need to change your shirt, and you're going to blend in otherwise.
Oh yeah, Roger.
All right. Go get changed. Go get changed. I'm going to show you guys some close-ups pretty soon. That's better. A bit more color.
I love it, man. That's so great. Y'all did a great job editing.
Shane was so much fun to film with as well. Like you can see just by looking at the guy, he's a character. He's a serious character. And Sustainable Reefs up in Cairns. Like I don't know if you know Australia very well, but it's a massive distance from the north of Australia to the south. And he made the trip with his little box care package of corals all the way down. Because I was so excited for this particular episode because if you can see the tank in this video, it's bare. All the way up until week 8, we'd just been building the tank, getting it stable, getting it all right, and we hadn't added anything until this point. And for me, I was most excited about adding the corals. Like it's the first like real sign of life, or like you know that really vibrant color is what I was really looking for. And so this was a huge one for me. And to pick up Shane Danger from the airport and dump these corals in the tank was so much fun. That was the first time he came in. We even featured him again later on in the series because he was so much fun to film with. Like it was just great.
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram, and yeah, he's definitely a character, and he's fun, man. He's fun to watch. So here's the tank before you got any corals in, and so this is video 8. So this is 8 weeks in. Is that right?
Yep.
Am I hitting that right? Yeah. So that there's no better feeling than adding those first corals, man. Like every reefer knows that one. That's the best. You start adding corals. You know, you add some snails too. You're like, oh man, you just sit there watching the snails all day long. Little crab.
Well, that's all you got to look at. That's all you got to look at. That's exactly right. You sit there and watch this little strombus snail just meh.
Yeah. You see him doing little trails in the algae.
That's it. Yeah, it's cool.
And then, cool. You know, 2 years later and your tank is full, and you kind of forget about the little snail guys, and you're like, every once in a while, you're like, oh, I miss watching those little guys. That's the best, man. So how would you compare cycling a reef tank to cycling a freshwater tank?
Oh, my whole opinion on cycling is, obviously you're not cycling the tank. You're not cycling the tank really. You're cycling the biological media, you're trying to create that growth in the bacteria. And in fresh water, it grows a lot faster. Something about the salt must slow down the cycling process. And so that was really like cutting my teeth on learning reefing. That was a hard pill for me to swallow, because that tank could be planted and would have so much stuff in it already if it was fresh water. It'd be complete if it was fresh water by this point.
Right.
So apart from that scape that you see, it's all, that was a really cool finger scorpion looking scape. And apart from the build of that was kind of the only real big thing that we could put into the tank to make it like an actual reef, in opposition to a box with water.
Right.
So yeah, it was good.
Up to this point, like, I can't count how many times I just sit there staring at the tank with nothing in it and just like imagining and dreaming about what it's going to look like once I start adding stuff. That weight is real, man. That weight that's serious. That tests you. And I'll admit, man, when I first started reefing back in 2007 timeframe, I made all the mistakes. I rushed it. I lost the fish. I lost the coral. And I learned the hard way on the value of a good cycle. You get that cycle and just you set yourself up for success with the reef tank.
Is there many shortcuts you can do in reefing similar to freshwater in terms of trying to kickstart that cycle way faster than the 8-week mark? Or
yeah, so you can do like nitrifying bacteria, and I've seen a lot of businesses do that where they just cycle the tank within like a week, and they're already adding coral and fish. I did that on a system before. I felt like I dealt with algae problems for like the first year, like nonstop. And I don't know. I prefer going the true cycle and adding nitrifying bacteria. Like it helps get things moving. But some people do shortcuts and it works for them. But I don't think anything beats a good cycle.
Yeah, spot on. Ham's gonna quickly run to the toilet. Back in a tick.
Right on.
It's not a Rogan 3-hour podcast.
Oh man.
Anyway,
does he know that we don't usually make it that long?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he had too
That's
many. He's a
great.
bit nervous. Maybe he's new to all of this reefing stuff, and yeah,
He did a great job, man. He made the series, like his character, and he's fun to watch, and everybody can appreciate that raw, just being truthful and honest in front of the camera, and like, hey, I'm not a reef guy, I'm fresh, and I'm learning. I'm gonna learn with you.
every video went from 12 minutes to 15 on average. The most was 30 minutes, and of that, it would be literally maybe 2 or 3 minutes of scripted information at the start and at the end. Everything in the middle is all natural, no script, no real plan. It's just a professional talking to a newbie in real time. So it's really cool.
I'm gonna see if I can pull up a clip of the tank at the 12-week mark. Let's see. I didn't get to scrub as much as I wanted to originally. You good, Brady?
Good now. Well and truly relieved.
Oh man. All right, let me share this screen. Share this tab. Okay, so y'all can see the tank. This is at, what are we at? 11 weeks. Is that SPS on the top?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like a bird nest or digi?
Pocky Facilipora.
Oh, Facilipora. Yep. And then I see
Very
some.
good, Brady. Very good.
Yeah, man. Proud of you,
Your
Brady.
boy's learning. The corals is. I'm actually fully addicted to corals now. Fully addicted to corals. The livestock side of it, not so much, but that's because I think my tank at home, this one here, it's not big enough to support like even a little shrimp, I don't think. So that's why I keep petitioning Anthony, please, can I bring the 12-week reef back to my house? Like, please, please. Because I want livestock. I want to start experimenting with that realm of reefing.
Well, your number one selling point is content too, right? If it's in your house, you're going to get more content, Anthony.
That's it. Thanks, man. Thanks, Robbie.
Serious. All right, so let's see. Scrubbing this video here.
If anyone recognizes this this guy who's joining in our video here, by the way, let me know in the comments below. If you know who this is, let me know.
Y'all better be quick on that one. Oh, somebody already met. Well, that's one of your guys, though, Baji.
Dodgy doesn't count.
Matt says he follows him. Oh, yep, you got it, Chris.
So-
Sam Parker.
I just want to say something. So obviously, when you bring in someone like Shane, you know what you're getting. He's going to be fun and loud and interactive. Sam is actually very soft-spoken. He speaks very scientific, very monotone, which is great for YouTube and podcasting. And same with Cam, Galleria Aquatica in video 10A, B, and video 12. However, in real life, and you can see this in some of the cuts, Sam and Cam were like so much fun, just as much fun as Shane. It's like a whole different personality comes out of them on set. It was awesome. You see a really different side you don't normally see.
Let me play a clip here. I don't know where we're at in this video, but I'm just going to play. Give Sam a shout out. Oops.
Grow out. So this will utilize the flow that's coming from our return pump, but just send that in different directions to ensure that we keep the flow moving in all directions where possible.
Awesome. So it kind of just makes it more of like a complete system in a way. Like no dead spot means no coral left untouched. Oh, dude, this reef looks so much better after following all of your advice.
I think the tank looks incredible, and I think it's a real testament for just how far you've come in this time frame with this 12-week reef.
Agreed. And if the 12-week reefers or I ever need any BFF advice, we can look straight up on Parker's Reef YouTube channel.
You bet.
All the tutorials, all the updates.
Hey all, welcome to Parker's Reefs. On today's episode, we're going to check out an absolutely incredible aquarium.
We'll just pause it right there. Right. Shout out to you, Sam. That's killer tank, dude. Look at all those SPS and those Euphilia. Woo. Man, that's fire.
Yeah.
Hey, I actually had it. I had it paused on the right clip. He had his YouTube channel on there too. Parker's Reef, y'all.
Yeah, the plug. How good.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Unplanned, was it?
All right, hey, my son's asking me a question. Zon, don't add the businesses to the giveaway. Non-businesses. All right. Juan, my brother, thank you for sending stars on Facebook, dude. Appreciate the support, man. All right, so let's do a rapid fire, Brady. You ready?
Rapid fire, sure.
Yeah, rapid fire. I'm just gonna say some reefing terms, and you just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
No. Oh, this is dangerous.
All right, you ready?
All right. Yeah.
We'll start easy. Aquarium.
Freshwater. Freshwater.
That's awesome. Okay, freshwater. Yeah. Salt.
Reef.
Salt reef. Yep. All right. Pest.
Snails. Pest snails.
Yeah, there's pest snails. You guys got into dipping in one of the episodes, right?
Yeah, we try to dip for mainly Aptasia is what we were really scared about because we're quickly adding corals, and so the biggest thing we were dipping for is Aptasia and what are they? Flatworms or
flatworms
bristleworms.
Bristleworms. Man, my tank is loaded with bristleworms and Aptasia. It's one of those things where I'm like, I tried fighting the Aptasia with peppermint shrimp, and that went great. They got all the Aptasia, but then it went downhill real quick, and they started eating a lot of my LPS corals, and they always go for the expensive ones. I'm like, man, why don't you go for the cheap ones, dude? But then I spent like 6 months trying to get rid of all the peppermint shrimp, and that was just a nightmare. They took out like half of my rainbow acan colonies, and it was annoying. So now I have lots of Aptasia in the tank, and it is what it is.
Okay, so it's like a learn to live with it situation.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the peppermints, even though they got rid of all of them, like they don't get everything. And since I got rid of all the peppermints, they started coming back. But yeah, there's different things you can do. You can buy Aptasia eating type fish, but chances are they also eat coral. And then you can do, I forget what they call it, but a calc. Anthony, help me out here. Calc. it's not
Cock
dosing,
roster.
but yeah, but making a mix like a slurry out of it and shooting,
Yeah,
injecting.
we got
yeah,
a,
yeah.
yeah, we
Forget
got a
what they
video
call
of
it.
that too.
And they just inject, like target inject the
That's what
Aptasia.
Shane does in the on the 12-week reef. Shane did a video that was a spin-off of that.
Okay, cool.
That's my
I
favorite method personally.
Yeah, I'm dosing caulk, so I have the slurry. I just need to get in a syringe and give it a try. But dude, I have so many Aptasia. Probably just try and get a few every week and see what happens. But all right. So what about water changes?
Manual labor. Lots and lots of labor. Well, water changes for me takes me like hours because I've got so many different tanks.
I'm with you, man. And I don't water change a lot. Maybe once every couple of months now, but I rely on dosing quite a bit. Just because I hate doing water changes. I'd love to automate my water changes, but I just have not done that. Y'all drop me a comment if you're doing automated water changes. I need to talk to you. But that would be amazing if I could get that going. All right, fish.
6-line wrasse.
Those are cool fish, man. I've had one and he was a jerk. He was like killing everyone. Do you have a 6-line in the tank now? Sometimes they're great. Sometimes they're like aggressive, like little punks, man. Is there one in your tank?
6-line in the tank. Nah, we added a little one, a little wrasse of some kind, but I'm not sure what it was. It looked like a little pine cone wrasse. That was one of my favorite fish. I don't know, that's not the word for it, but my brain says it's a pine cone wrasse. It was like this big, but it must have been a baby. Like they don't bully too much when they're small.
Yeah.
Video
So what is it? What'd you say, Anthony?
Video 9.
Oh, is where you have
week 9.
Go. Okay. And is it wrasses if you have more than one?
Ooh. Wrasse. Nah, sure. Wrasse eye. Nah. Sure.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. All right. What's up, Rick? What? Yeah. Coral Essentials joined right on. All right. Favorite coral, Brady. What's your favorite coral?
I love hammer corals. I absolutely adore them. I like Recordia mushrooms. That's the only coral that I've had that's withstood 2 heater failures in my little tank here. And I feel like it's just made the thing stronger. It's just a mutant at this stage. It takes, it gets really hot sometimes, really cold other times, and it's just learning to roll with the punches and get stronger and stronger. It's insane.
So have you seen Sam's tank? Like you've gone to his house and seen it, or
no? I've never seen his tank in person. No, just this.
So looks like I'm trying to see which ones are hammers there, but yeah, I can see some hammers on the bottom left. Oh, there's a bunch.
There's heaps.
Yeah,
he likes his euphilia. He loves it.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Cool. And what about gear? What's your favorite gear, Brady?
Big fan of the pixels, the Illumagic pixels, which is exactly what we're giving away right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, for reals. I even use the freshwater range on my freshwater tanks for the high-tech ones for my CO2 injected tanks that make the plants grow bigger and they're more aquascape spec. And the depth of like color that it brings out in your scape, it's just like it's unmatched. I don't have any other like more than $1,000 lights. I don't have the crazy expensive ones to kind of compare them to, but they're just, the output is just so good, and the color is, yeah.
Let's go to the pixels. So this is the Dalua site, y'all.
Every time we talk about pixels versus X4s, we spent 3 years, 6 figures, probably 60,000 hours of labor to make the X4 app, and the pixels is just, we sell thousands of them. It's good and it's frustrating at the same time because people busted our balls for like 10 years saying we need an app, and then we have the app and it's amazing on the X4 and all the big boys are using it, but pixels just seem to fly off the shelf.
That's good, man. Talking about the app, I love the Dalua app, man. It's great. I love the boost on it too. It's really cool. But this is cool, man. This is a price entry that doesn't break the bank for a reef tank. Like, come on, man. And you basically is this the same setup that is in the X4s?
No. That's a very big misconception. The X4, if you put 4 pixels near the X4 is still about 30% brighter than the pixels, maybe more even. Fully controllable as well, the X4, and you got the beast mode on the X4, and the spectrum on the X4 is a lot wider. To get a spectrum of the X4, you need to combine a fragger and a reefer together, and that'll give you only 1 puck of the X4. So it is a very different LED. They look the same, so we can offer the lifetime warranty, but the technology is very different.
Awesome. Well, let's segue into that giveaway, y'all. I hope you're been stayed with us till the top of the hour, and we're going to hand it over to Zion to bring up a screen that I just showed you, the Pixel LED bundle. It's a fragger for super blues, so that could go on your nano tank or it could go on your frag tank. Anthony, is there any areas that wouldn't be included? Like, sorry.
No, we ship worldwide.
Worldwide. Okay, that's what I saw on your website. Okay, so worldwide, y'all. We don't get that all the time. Usually, we have U.S. only, and a lot of y'all are like, "Come on, man." Well, here you go, man. Anthony and Brady making it happen for you. Worldwide.
That's it. Now's the chance.
Yep. Dalua.com. And whoever wins, all you need to do is send me a DM afterwards, and I'll send your information over to Anthony. Let me check the chat here. Zion. Yes, you can add them. All right, he's wrapping up the names right now. And
have we got any questions?
Yeah, drop any questions you have. No, I don't have any questions that I can see. Zon, was there questions? Yep, there were questions. All right, let's start with Thames Reef. Can you talk about pure tank video content like new corals, growth, problems you're facing? Curious how popular you think they are. Why can't I show it? Oh, there it is. Brady, can you see that?
Dang,
Anthony?
Can you talk about pure tank video content like new corals, growth, problems you're facing? Curious how popular you think they are. How popular you think they are. I'm not quite sure what he means by how popular you think they are.
Maybe the content. So I think when Brady gets the 12-week, so in the next, we said maybe January or February, we're going to move the 12-week reef into Brady's house. And then what we were saying backstage is that for good or for bad, we're going to film the content in Brady's house without the professionals' help. And then it's going to be continuing the trend of real life issues and real life things that you face with a reef tank. So that will be coming up soon. We're about to hit a lot of freshwater videos over the next 2 months with the odd reef video here and there. That'll be coming, towards late January when the 12-week reef will live in Brady's house.
That's awesome. Way to go, Brady.
Yeah, how's that for a win? All my tanks are out in my back shed, but the 12-week reef is going to live in my living room. So I get to see it. And in terms of video, like the initial content, I want to try and get more Recordia all together, but I just don't know if Recordia corals are like, like hammers and torches where they can kind of coexist and they do sting each other, but not much. I don't know if Recordia v Recordia is a good idea or.
Yeah, Ricks, they do great together. You can have like a whole island full of them. I love Ricks, man. Those are great corals.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like?
Go ahead.
Have you ever seen like slow motion feeding of a Recordia mushroom coral?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Mate, they turn into like an alien. Like when you spot feed them, like when you target feed them, they get like all their tendrils come out, and then you can literally watch the tendrils move it towards its mouth, and it eats it.
That's so
and when you
cool.
slow that footage down, it's like you're not even on planet Earth. It's like it's somewhere out there in the solar system, and it's like the way they consume their food, not anything to do with Earth, because it just doesn't look normal. Like it doesn't look natural. It's insane.
Yeah. That's cool. That's, man, that coral, they're addicting, dude. Once you start keeping them and you start seeing them close up, it's awesome. And at night, Brady, have you looked at your tank at night, like when all the lights are off and it's like a whole nother world when the lights go off? Yeah. Grab a little flashlight.
Yeah. During the day, it's attracting, and at night, once it's all like dull in color, it's like almost repelling in a way. And then you get to see the weird stuff comes out at night, man. Like all your bugs, all the stuff you haven't seen, it's all hiding under your shelves in your tank comes out.
The first time I saw amphipod, I thought it was, I had a little 10-gallon tank that used to be my wife's. It was her guppy freshwater tank. And then when we were dating, it became my tank. And then I made it my first saltwater tank. And I had a amphipod and was just running around the bottom. And I was like, what the heck is this thing? And back then, you know, like we didn't have phones. We weren't like on, information wasn't at our fingertips as much, right? And I called her over. I was like, look at this roach in the tank. I thought it was a little roach. But yeah. And you see those posts all the time on Facebook. Are like, what is this crazy thing in my tank?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine not having the internet.
Yeah, right. All right, Carl wants to know. He wants to try the lights. Carl, you might win today, brother. What should you get for a 55-gallon? So what would that be, like 2 pixels or 3? What kind of coverage did the pixels get, Anthony?
So this is a problem that I need to fix in the USA. I'm going to trademark something called like a Dalua rating. So whenever I get 50 messages a day, literally, of people give me their volume, and that for lighting, it doesn't make sense. You need to always give the dimensions. Always, always, always. Is it deep? Is it long? Is it shallow? Is it wide? You know, so hard to say. I can imagine 50 gallons, that was like the 12-week reef. So that would be at least 2 pixels, but then it could be a 3-foot bookshelf at 50 gallons. Then you need 3 pixels. So basically, if you give dimensions, it's a lot easier. X4 has a 2x2 light spread. Pixels has a bit over a 1x1. But we sell different lenses as well. So you can double that with a wide lens. Okay. You can put it really high and get 2 foot if it's up really high. So hard to say with gallons, but 1 per foot to be safe.
Right, that makes sense.
The thing that I've been experimenting with.
Start sharing
Dalua
rating.
Yeah, that's a good one. The thing that I've been experimenting with is the RMS, the Illumagic RMS. So it's like a rail system that you can mount your pixels on. I've got a 3-foot tank that I'm building now with the Dalua RMS, and you can put them at whatever interval you want. You can like slide the pixel at any point along that rail, and I've got 3. I do 1, 1, and 1 for each foot of tank that I've got, and the spread that you get on that is really cool because you can, if you've got a shallow tank, you can raise the pixels up, and if you've got a deeper tank, you can bring them closer to the surface of the water, and you get better, like I don't know what the word is for it, like a penetration of light that goes further down to the bottom. So there's solutions for it all, but as Ant said, it's really like tank specific.
Yep. Brady, here's one for you. Are you now a coral man or a fish man after reefing?
Budgie, man, there's an internal battle going on inside me. I'll be honest with you. Freshwater, it will always have my heart, but you don't get things like coral in freshwater. Coral is a life form that's way more complex than a plant. I don't know. It's like really right now, I'm in a 50-50 battle. I'm both, if that answers your question, coral and a fish man. But if it's just salt water we're talking about, coral man all the way. Like I'm happy if I have no fish in my tank and just decked out with corals. Seriously.
Yeah, I've done that before, and dude, I'm hooked on mixed reef. Like I've tried being specific and just keeping SPS or just doing LPS or just softies, and every single time I end up with a little bit of everything. I can't help it.
Yeah.
I want them all. I love them all. All right. So what did you feel was the most difficult part of the 12 weeks of reefing?
The hardest part of reefing was probably
Probably me.
It was
dealing with me.
If we're talking about the whole scenario, yeah, it was Anthony being like, "Oh, I have an idea. Let's try this," and it like throws the whole video strategy out, but it's a really good idea. I feel like that rings true in all of Anthony's life. He just has a good idea, runs with it. It works out in the end, just like the 12-week reef did. But yeah, it was either Anthony, and if we're talking about just the actual 12-week reef tank, which is what I think Chris means, it would be deciding what corals could go where on our scape. Because I thought we had a huge, way more space than we thought, because we built such a big feature that we could glue our corals onto. But the moment that the corals came in, you make the wrong choice. Like you put the wrong coral with the wrong coral, put them too close together, and you're going to get a crappy looking, both the corals are going to look depleted. So I was really happy that I had,
lose them.
Or you lose them within like a week because you're not paying close enough attention. That's heartbreaking. But I think having the pros with me was the biggest thing there, because I would have made so many more mistakes. I would have done it wrong 10 times over before I built a tank that holds a candle to the 12-week reef. So Cam and Shane helped me so much with that. Even Sam helped me kind of reposition some things on the reef that wasn't doing too well. So positioning of corals is the answer to that one.
10B with Cam.
Yeah. Yeah, we built the scape and then we thought, oh, this looks great. And then Cam comes back. Yeah. Cam comes back and then helps us redo the whole thing and move corals from here to there and stuff like that. So
isn't it crazy how fast that real estate goes away as soon as you start adding some corals? You think you have a lot more room, and then as soon as you start placing, you're like, man, room.
Yeah, need a bigger tank.
Yep. Round and round you go. All right, Zon, you ready, buddy? All right, Zon's got the names ready. Zon, you can add it to the stage. Thank you, buddy, for doing that. All right, guys, give Zon a round of applause for taking care of all the names and getting y'all on this wheel. He's gonna do a. Do you have at the bottom? It does a, what is it? A burn or something? Yeah, shuffle. Shuffle those up a couple of times. All right, so he's shuffling them. This is for the Pixel LED bundle kit, the fraggers for Super Blues from Dalua. All right, that's nice and shuffled. Good job, Zon. And here we go. All right, Brady, you can announce the winner.
Good luck, everyone. Is that a pixel in the middle of the wheel?
It is.
Is that a pixel? Who have we got? Donald Letcher. Donnie. All you need to do now is DM Robbie. Send him a message to lock that in, dude. Congratulations. That's a full...
I love how personal you are, Brady. We've got Robbie in here. Donnie's in here. Congrats, Donnie.
Yeah. That's an Aussie thing for sure.
Yeah, thank you, Brady. All right, y'all. So, Donnie, you're going to send me a message, and then I'll get your information over to Anthony. Just want to thank Anthony and Brady for taking time to meet with us today to give us information about 12 weeks. Oh my gosh, 12-week reef. Oh man.
We struggled so hard.
Man, I can't. It was a great series, and I appreciate y'all coming on the live stream to share about it, and also just giving us perspective on the content side, right? Like a lot of us are obviously content creators, and the Facebook groups have a lot of influencers that are in there and creating content. It's cool to see what's all involved with creating content. So appreciate you guys sharing, and shout out to Gabby for all of her hard work, and also coming on the live stream, and for giving us Brady for an hour. So appreciate y'all.
Thanks for having me, and congratulations to Donald.
Yeah. All right, guys. It's been fun. I appreciate you. And I want y'all to head over to Reef Tank Life Facebook group, Reef Tank Life, and show me some pictures of your tanks. All right, y'all. Have a great night. Peace out.
Catch you guys.
And end. Zon, maybe you got to end it. End him for me. All right.